And welcome back. As we mentioned prior to the first commercial break, that we are going to embark on another conversation this morning, and that's with our friends from PathLight Belize. And of course, they will be discussing with us everything that the organization has been up to. That being said, we have been joined by the co-director of sponsorships and program, Dion Rodriguez. Good morning, Dion.
Good morning. I'm glad to be on.
All right, so we're also joined by the Director of Teacher Training Program, and that's Consuelo Godfrey. Good morning, Consuelo.
Hi, good morning, Marlene and Isani. Nice to be back on the show. Happy to be here this morning.
Let's begin by getting an update from you guys as to the work that PathLight has been doing in country.
All right. PathLight has been doing a lot despite the shutdown. We continue to focus on our mission. Our mission is to empower children in Belize to receive a quality education, break free from poverty, and reach their God-given potential. And how we do that is by having interactions virtually with our students. We not only focus on the schoolwork, meaning just learning what is being taught at school, but we go a step further. We have mentorship sessions with our students. We have sessions where students can learn other things that are not offered in Belize. Some of the images that I sent in regards to learning about STEM in another level, where we have partnered with group in the US, where they have opened the door for us to have our students learn about space exploration. And so that's just a few. As we progress, I'll give more information.
So here's my curiosity. How have you guys been able to continue your work in this particular climate where we're dealing with COVID-19? How do you reach out to the students? How do you keep them engaged? What has that interaction been like?
Isani and Marlene, I would just like to say before I jump in and answer that question, we're actually live on our PathLight Facebook page and YouTube channel. And so we're broadcasting as well this segment here that Dion and I are on for Open Your Eyes. Dion's point and to your question, one of the things that we've been doing here at PathLight International is our Education Plus program, and Dion spoke a little bit to that in that we do provide scholarships and sponsorships to students here in Belize.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, it's been an evolution of that program. It's a complete comprehensive wraparound program where we don't only pay tuition and fees for students, but we also offer quality mentoring in the evening and after school program. And we also do leadership training. We also do job readiness training. We offer spiritual development training to our students. And our mentors are gifted in that they're able to meet one-on-one with students on a weekly basis. Now, to your question about what we're doing now in this COVID era, since the COVID pandemic has broken out earlier this year in Belize and we had to lock down, we at the PathLight family had to really sit down as a team and re-innovate how we work with our students. As you know, a lot of the students are participating in online classes, they are participating in online programs, and it's no different for our students here at PathLight. We actually have a great after-school curriculum that we've launched since COVID, all virtual, and even for those students who might not be able to log in using a device, a tablet, the mentors they're on this. We have a WhatsApp network that we use with our students. We're from rural areas that may not have the connectivity, may not even have all the necessary tools in order to log into their classrooms. And so what we've been doing is we've been trying to maintain that connection with them. We have our weekly devotion Friday that students participate in a group. and we do it all on Zoom, and we do it through the use of Google Classrooms. But I must tell you, Isani and Marlene, that has been tremendous success. Our students have been learning a lot more. They have been excited to join our sessions. And we've done the same thing with teachers. All our teacher training that was once face-to-face are now all virtual. We had our virtual conference in July. And so we've actually taken that turn, as most companies and organizations and schools have been doing, and we have been strictly online with our students.
Has that also allowed you to expand your reach in the number of people, both children and teachers, that you can work with?
Yes, especially for the new students that we've had an intake with this year. It's been a tremendous success in that we have been able to touch base one-on-one with students a little bit more. Our mentoring program, and Dion will be able to talk more about this. Our mentoring program that happens after school used to be kids come to the centers, and we were able to work with them. And we've had some instances where, a couple of our students, they were absent, might not be able to come to the center for whatever reason, and they might lose out on that opportunity that we're providing to them in our after-school program. But that actually, they're home now, and yes, they may have some distractions at home, but then because of the fact that they can log in and we work with we have a program that is very flexible and adaptable to their situation, we've seen more successes with them participating in that. Dion, would you like to add?
Yes. Indeed, we have had more interactions. We have seen a significant improvement in interaction of those students who would normally be shy. They are the ones who are sometimes dominating our conversations. The mentorship is the key to our success that has us at 72% students on honor roll. And so we are proud of that. The mentorship is to allow for us to partner with parents and teachers in order to help their child succeed. And so that has been a tremendous blessing for us to partner with parents, because the parents will give us some secrets about it, about the child, tell us that this is his weakness or her weakness, and so based on that we face that issue at the time, and so we have seen tremendous success, even in the lives of our boys, because sometimes institution or organizations we see a lot of dropout rates when it comes to our boys, but in PathLight we have been able to retain our boys.
Yeah.
Isn't it somewhat challenging to deal with boys and young men in this particular context where mentorship is involved? I know that you're dealing with kids who in some cases come from broken homes, where balancing what has happened in a domestic setting against their academic pursuits may be somewhat difficult.
Yes, hence the reason for our mentorship, because for those students who we observe are going through some challenges, we draw closer to them. And so in some instances we don't know basketball. I don't know how to play basketball, but we will go on the basketball court and just hang out and talk. And so it's things like that we do in order to have them talk, because it's difficult sometimes to have boys speak. But when you're on their turf, they tend to be more open.
And then to Isani, I know because of all that's happening with the dropout rates, as Dion mentioned, with boys in Belize, one of the things that we have been doing here at PathLight is we've been targeting those families, those communities that have been very much forgotten. A lot of the students, in fact, I'd want to say more than 90% of our students who are a part of our PathLight program are selected from those communities that otherwise, if PathLight didn't exist, probably would not be in high school. Because we see the potential in each student, in each child, no matter what their background, no matter what their socio-economic status is. We provide that support, not only to the boys through the mentoring, because we do have male mentors, and the training we provide to our mentors assists in them connecting with boys on that level, but our mentors do home visits. And that has been an important part of our program because parents don't only see us as a funding agency for scholarships and tuitions, they actually see us as family. And they support us when we go in and we ask for the type of parental guidance and support. Even parents that you wouldn't normally think would be supportive of their child are very supportive in our program because they understand that their child is receiving this type of support and guidance. One of the things that I know Mr. Dion leads in the organization is our leadership initiative. And that is a new program, and that is a program that specifically targets leadership skill development in our youths, particularly in young men and women. We know at high school age, just learning the books and learning the core subjects isn't enough in the world. They need to be entrepreneurial. We need to guide them into those skills and careers that would not only make them successful, but also be impact and change agents in their communities. And so it's a great segue, Isani and Marlene, to why the main purpose of why we're here today, which is to kind of talk about our gala, our student gala. Mr. Dion can give you a little bit of history as to how it started and the reason for it. But just so we don't forget, it's actually going to be a virtual event. It's going to be on Saturday,
gonna ask,
November.
how do you have a gala in a pandemic?
Exactly, and I think if we were to ask ourselves, if someone was to come to me in February and January of this year and said, you guys are going to be hosting a virtual event of this magnitude, this impact later on this year, I would look at them and say they must be crazy, you know. But it is going to be on Saturday, November 21st at 7 p.m. It would be 6 p.m. Belize time, what we would call Central Standard Time here in Belize. And of course, you will have to register to participate in the event at pathlight.com/light, L-I-G-H-T. The theme for our gala is Share the Light. Dion could talk more about what that light really means and what it signifies for the young men and women that we sponsor, for the young women and men that we are supporting, especially in this time of pandemic. Dion?
Yes, our gala will be virtual. The Share the Light gala is November 21st at 6 p.m. We'll have singing, dancing, acting, poetry, powerful stories from parents and also students. Our fundraiser in Belize started 3 years ago because PathLight is donor-based organization, and most of the donors are from the US. We thought that how can we be benefiting so much from our donors in the US and not contributing anything as a nation? So we decided to start our own fundraiser here in Belize. And so this is the third year, the first time being virtual, but we are looking forward to having more of our people join and contribute to an organization that is transforming our nation.
How does it work though? Sorry.
How will it work?
Yeah, because a gala is you get dressed up, there's dancing, there's food, there's entertainment. I mean, is it a virtual meeting or is it a gala?
Yeah, it will be virtual. We still call it gala because we want to have that same feel.
Yeah.
So you will be at home with your family.
Yeah.
And you are not allowed to invite anybody at your home, but you can have your family members there, your daughter, your son, your family watching, and also you'll have a chance to chat, converse with people there, and so you will get to see PathLight students participating in the different performances.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hear about the PathLight story.
Yeah. Okay, so how do people sign up to participate in the gala?
Well, because it's a virtual event, of course, you would have to register in order to receive your ticket to enter into the session on November 21st at 6 o'clock. It's pathlight.com/light. But just to kind of expand on what Dion was saying there with regards to the gala, initially when we decided to have the gala or start the gala 3 years ago, under the leadership of Mr. Dion, we wanted to find a way in which we could showcase the talents and the cultural diversity of what makes up our PathLight family. In addition to that, though, we actually wanted to become involved more with our local community, with the local community here. Uh, because our organization is faith-based and we do depend on small grants and small donations from donors in the United States, and we're grateful for those donations and sponsorships. We also know that as a nation, in order for us to be able to empower those very children that we take under our wing, our Education Plus program, that we do also need to contribute. We also need to empower ourselves locally to be able to continue our program and be sustainable. Remember, one of the things I know, and we've mentioned this before in previous shows with you, Marlene, is at the our students don't only receive tuition and fees, but they also receive a comprehensive package. Transportation, well, now they're at home, so those transportation needs have been turned into data plan needs, have been turned into allowing them to use devices that we have here at PathLight for them, allowing them to be able to connect to their classrooms and to their teachers online, to be able to attend our after-school program. When we had our COVID outbreak in March and April of this year, PathLight rallied together with the help of many donors in the United States and in Belize as well to provide a COVID relief fund to our students. And a lot of our students benefited from that program because they are familiar with some of the work we've been doing through initiatives like the Gala. We were able to garner enough to give families food packages, data packages for the students. And I can tell you that if we weren't here to do that, a lot of those families would be in great need right now.
Yeah.
And so those are some of the benefits and success stories that have come out from initiatives like the Gala. And had we not had an initiative locally like this, we perhaps would not have had some of the local support from businesses and organizations that have supported our Gala. Businesses like Belize Electricity Limited, like BTL, like WASA, Social Security, small businesses in Belmopan and Belize City, Atlantic Bank. And so it's an important step in what we want to do. I know we are not going to be having all the pomp and circumstances as a real gala, the food
Yeah.
and dress and everything.
But you get to see the
Essence, yes,
kids.
the essence of the event remains the same, which is highlighting and showcasing what young people do, because that's one of our core values, is that we value ethnic and cultural diversity. Students they love showcasing their talents. A lot of them are little entrepreneurs in their own right, making art, selling jewelry, recycling goods at home. A lot of our students too. I know Dion, he doesn't like to boast about his students, but a lot of our students are doing community-based projects that are, whether it's something on pollution, whether it's cleaning up, whether it's gathering young boys out there in St. Margaret's Village and having them do soccer on Sunday to teach them those skills. Our students are doing amazing work in their community. And so it's because of events like the Gala that kind of prompted them and initiated their skills and their talents, that now they feel a little bit more confident in going into their communities to do these kinds of work. And to me, that's where the value is.
Yeah. Well, I think, based on everything that you've spoken about this morning, there's more than enough reason for people to want to support this initiative. And even more so, joining in on a virtual gala is better than no gala at all. There's nothing else happening in the homes. So we do hope that this invitation that you've offered this morning to the public to support the work of PathLight, that people will register and then be a part of the celebration on the 21st. Thank you so much for giving us this update this morning.
Thank you so much for the invite.
All
Yes,
right.
thank you too, Marlene and
Best of
Isani. And I
luck.
just want to just leave with my last message here that I know teachers and schools and some of the work, the community partners that we have here asking, if they join the gala virtually. I'm getting some messages on my phone. How could they donate? How could they sponsor students? And so once you register for the gala, then all that information will be shared. There's some great door prizes and raffles that will be taking place at our event. But you must register in order to participate in the live gala. And Again, if you're interested in becoming a member of our Education Plus program, a sponsor for our students, or a part of our Beacon program, which is for teacher training, workshops, and conferences, you can contact us. My number is 610-6244, Dion.
Mine is 600-2499.
All right.
Or you can go to pathlight.org to see more about where you can be as a local contributor to these programs. Again, Marlene and Isani, thank you so much for having us this morning. It's a pleasure.
And thank
Thank
you
you too.
too.
Thank you.
Best of luck. With that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we are going to be talking about some of the sales that are coming up on November 19th. So please stay tuned.